let's play some Panic Craftsman. Let's see. So I'm looking for super alloy. Let's get a couple more. Oh, circuits are right next to it. Let's get a couple more of these big storage cases, just because we're actually capped out on quartz. The question is, where do I want to put them in? What am I doing here? We should probably get some auto crafters in this section. This is where I put all my food seeds. Yeah. I mean, okay. I can fit like one of these here. And then one of these here on this side. You know what? I'm keeping it. Okay, so we are going to demand all types of quartz. Just because we're kind of capped out on those. And I can make one more somewhere. Out here? Right here. Here's a nice tidy spot. Go from there. Alright. Anything else? Because this should at least kind of limit some of these things. Oh, that's where my car went. Do I want my car? I guess I'll keep my car with me. Eat. Drink. Yeah, let's bring some food and water with us and then head back out there. And go drop some things off. Let's see. So we're going to Bigabasa? I think it's Bigabasa and go from there. I cleared this out and gone into the next zone, right? Yeah, and it was also laughably huge. Okay, these things are being acquired. You know what? I know I got some drones coming to pick this stuff up. But I'm just going to bring them with me. At least for the moment. This is pretty base. Yeah, I haven't had much to do with this DLC. Well, okay. No, I've had stuff to do with this DLC. I like it a lot. It's definitely, I think, the least interesting planet, but I think it has some of the best bases to explore. Perhaps one day our technologies will be advanced enough to warm this big rock, and if our children haven't forgotten this place, perhaps they'll return to continue what we started. But given the difficulty of the last few months and the bad experience it's been, I doubt it. Everyone seems to want to turn the page on this adventure. Yeah, so too much Blazar quartz and froze themselves out. So they must have just bailed and left everything here. But, like, I love the giant set pieces. It looks extremely cool. What a waste. All this effort will have been unrewarded. The gift from... The gift from heaven wasn't one, and will have led to our downfall. Would have liked to stay, but this planet is no longer livable. The recent difficulties have undermined our sense of community. It's unfortunate. I didn't want to leave, but many have already left us. We won't be able to hold on any longer. I do kind of wish that I, as terraformer man, actually had to contend with these things myself. I think it would have actually been kind of satisfying if I had to worry about, like, the Blazar quartz freezing me out and making it equally difficult to do things. Okay, I'm just going to put a platform here with the base. Just would have been interesting to have, I guess, some challenge here beyond just the usual terraforming. Let's see. So I wonder how much snow are you getting? I think we're getting about a foot, a little over a foot. It's coming down pretty consistently, but the, let's actually grab these. It's coming down pretty consistently, but it's not like whiteout conditions or anything particularly intense. I remember some storms when I was younger, where it was like, you look outside and you can't see anything because it's just pure whiteout. That was fun. Kind of missed that, frankly. Okay, leave these, grab that stuff. Yeah, it's white out here. I mean, let me look. Yeah, no, it's just a nice, it's just a nice coating. I might pop outside when it's dark or something, take a photo of, like, what it all looks like. Let's see, it's high time to leave. No, I probably shouldn't. I don't want to post any photos of, like, my area, just in case somebody does manage to kind of compare and contrast where I might live. Anyway, it's high time to leave. Yes, it could have been a wonderful experience, and we experienced some intensely joyful moments during those years. But you have to learn to resign yourself when the elements are against you. Can't stand this cold anymore, and it's getting worse every day. Can't believe Koa decided to stay, preferring science over humanity. don't know. Kind of depends on, like, what you're spending your life on. I can see why some people would want to, like, tough it out and try and make it work. Just take a really close up of the snow. Yeah, could do that. Let's see, the Blazar Quartz trade has allowed us to advance much faster than expected. Today we celebrate the spaceport, which allows us to trade even more easily and efficiently. It's even possible that in the years to come, new people will join us to keep our project alive and growing. Yeah, that didn't work out. It's kind of a shame. Like, I don't know. I played a game a couple years ago called, like, I was a teenage exocolonist, and I really liked that one. It was extremely well made and charming. And I've wanted more games that kind of do that, where you are a series of colonists, like, coming to a planet trying to make it livable and, like, dealing with the challenges that are there. I recognize that actually having, like, NPC characters would detract hard from this game, probably. Let's see. So I think this is actually it for this area. Because this is just taking me to the zipline over to the kind of central hab, which I already cleared because I'm a cheesy Skyrim horse and don't need to worry about things. Ooh. Opening the blinds for a little bit actually really did make this a lot draftier. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. But yeah, I think, at least for where we are with the snow that's hitting, the, like, really heavy snow is passing by us, you know, 100 miles to the south or something like that. 100 miles. You know, it's close enough that, like, it could have swung up and hit us and dumped a fair bit of snow on us, but didn't, and so... I left behind all this stuff for the teleporter, didn't I? That's slightly unfortunate. Well, let's see if I can put one of these down anyway. I can! Perfect. Let's see. When are you going to play Winnie's Hole? Probably. I'll admit on a personal level, I'm interested, but the theming is a little, for me, if that makes sense. But yeah, it comes out tomorrow, like I should. I like Twice Different. I wish it wasn't Winnie the Pooh, I think is my thing. I know why they decided to do Winnie the Pooh as kind of like a shock thing, but for me it's like, I'm much more invested in a product if it's not using somebody else's licensed work, if that makes sense, even if, you know, the license has become public domain. It's why, like, I really don't give a dang about most characters, most media that involves Sherlock Holmes, because it just feels kind of to me. Let's see. Because, like, I don't care about Sherlock Holmes as a character, and anything made kind of outside of Conan Doyle's original work just feels kind of like odd fan fiction. In kind of a world where, like, a lot of these characters and stories don't need to be pushed further, if that makes sense. And most Sherlock Holmes adaptations don't do him justice. Like, it is bad that my favorite thing about the Sherlock Holmes adaptations was the discombobulate meme, as far as, like, the Robert Downey Jr. movies, which was really funny, mind you, but not their intent by any measure. Okay, we're just gonna fly up. We're just gonna fly on top of this. All right. I don't think there's really much reason for me to go here, apart from it'd be fun if there was, like, a golden chest up here, but I'm not betting on it. No. Shame. All right. Well, apart from the fact that I guess there's 2 blue chests over here for me to loot, there's not much going on. Let's see. Can I fit another one of these? Yeah. Supply all. So we can drop these off. We can definitely drop off the rocket engines. Let's see. Probably the rods. I'm trying to only drop off things that I know I can request or don't need large quantities of. Just so I don't have to worry about it. There we go. The only Sherlock Holmes bits of media that I did actually like were the Enola Holmes movies. I thought those were good. Purely from the perspective of like, well, it wasn't just Sherlock Holmes again, and so that inevitably made for a slightly more compelling experience. Even if Sherlock Holmes was present, there was still kind of that, like, it felt like a separate universe, sort of, while still very much borrowing from the same character. But even then, I think I would have enjoyed them being like a fully original, like, story format. Or even world. Like, I'll fully admit, I even find a lot of historical fiction kind of boring. That if it's going to be historical fiction, I don't want it to be set on Earth. If that makes sense. Like, keep it similar, you know? Come up with some original continents and whatnot. Throw in, like, one or two weird things to make it just a little distinct. It's why, like, I'd be way more interested in, say, The Witcher over Kingdom Come Deliverance. Also, the Kingdom Come Deliverance people aren't... I think the, like, lead guy behind those games kind of sucks. And so, definitely don't want to deal with him. Have you watched the really weird 80s Sherlock Holmes animated TV series? Are we talking Sherlock Holmes and the 22nd century? Yeah, I have it. I have the DVDs. We were randomly... We were visiting Pittsburgh. And, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And, we were going into, like, used game stores and used whatever stuff. And, one of the ones that we thought was going to have, like, used board games or video games or whatever instead just had, just random media, books, a lot of cards and comic books. It was kind of just a secondhand store for nerd stuff. And yeah, they had Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century for $5, so we picked it up. Same thing with, well, no, I think we got it from Barnes & Noble, but we have the Godzilla animated TV show. Where am I? Oh, no. Oh, I'm on the back side. Okay. That's okay. I've got plenty of food and water. Yeah, just in case there's something up here. It's probably just another, like, big hole situation. Some, like, random nook base that I could loot if I cared, which I don't. Heck yeah, Pittsburgh mentioned. Pittsburgh's lovely. Like, genuinely one of my favorite vacations I've been on in the last couple of years was going down to Pittsburgh. We were staying at a hotel that was, like, across the street from an empanada place. And so, we'd, you know, go touring, adventuring around, doing whatever. Then we'd come back right before the empanada place closed, and they'd give us a deal. We'd buy, like, 6 empanadas and just, like, scarf them down outside. It was lovely. I had really good Thai food, too, and a bunch of other things. Don't know if I'd live there, though. But I don't know where I want to live permanently. That is tricky. Okay, so we've got a fair bit of stuff. Burp, game Franck. Drop everything off. So, here's the slightly annoying part. We're getting close to natural life. Biomass seems like it's probably our biggest limitation. We will get tons of that with animals if I want to do that. Okay. So that means I should probably set up a biolab thing. Would probably have helped if I'd actually put a second staircase in here. But doing that now would be a right pain. Unless I get rid of this and we keep going up. Make our base look stupid. Yeah, sure. Let's get the biolab and everything going. We want an interior staircase. Okay, so 2 iron. Let's see. Where'd the aluminum? aluminum. There we go. Only grabbed one of them. And then titanium. Somewhere over here. There it is. Alright. Time to make this whole base look awkward. There we go. Yeah, so what I might want to do is actually move the window, move this corner piece out, and kind of extend the whole base one more set. Probably. Two more sets? Base building is hard. Okay, so if I want to make another one of these, because there's the big living compartment and then there's like the bigger living compartment, which I think we didn't get the blueprint for because I didn't think it was necessary. I'm just going to grab kind of a bunch of each. Because I'm sure I'm going to need them for whatever I'm doing. Where's the cobalt? There it is. I guess I don't mind the idea of kind of this strange terraced base, except for the fact that, I guess we are going to have to contend with the fact that there's a giant tree just hanging out right there, and that does make things trickier. Okay, so how far? Is it just 1 and 2? I guess so. Thing is, I could probably fit 2 of these. Could I fit 2 of them side by side? So that's the end of it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, I could actually do a second big room here. I need more iron. What am I doing? I'm just gonna grab more titanium too. There we go. But yeah, I think for me, I want to get invested in people's worlds, in media, if that makes sense. And one of my biggest stumbling blocks in a lot of them is it feels like a lot of worlds in media now are just fan fiction, and not like good fan fiction anywhere. Good fan fiction either. Let's see, I need 3 more pieces of iron. So, that's a good example. Star Wars is good fan fiction. It was originally supposed to be Flash Gordon. And, couldn't get the license, so he just said, alright, screw it. I'm just making Star Wars my own thing. Who's gonna stop me? And it ended up being pretty damn good, all things considered. At least at the time. I don't know. There's some here and there on the current lineup of movies and things. This is very silly looking. I should probably extend stuff. Do we? I think I do. Because the lower section doesn't need to be moved. It's just these storage cubes, which might be full. Because I can just take the window out of that one. I'm just going to grab a ton. Because I don't need too many. Like, I hate to say this. I don't want to give credit to, like, 50 Shades of Grey, but that's also a good example of, like, good fan fiction. And I'm not, like, so opposed to it that I'm like, it's all bad? Oh, right. Because we were actually considering extending it 1 more. Yeah. Because we had to. Horneon Main. I've literally never read it. It's just one of those that, like, in my opinion, if you're going to do any level of, like, fan service media, fan fiction especially, oh, we should actually... Let's grab some super alloy. go from there. Because, yeah, I could actually put one of the 2x2 rooms in here, give or take. You've not read it, wink, wink. I mean, like, truly, I've never read it. I have no interest. Okay, so when I'm saying it's good fan fiction, Shell's saying you can't say it's good faction. I'm not talking about, like, the quality of it. I'm talking about the like... fan fiction. Shell's saying fan fiction with the serial numbers filed off, but like they, as far as I know, did a fair bit to differentiate the two. So they made it their own. Therefore, I'm saying that's good fan fiction, regardless of like whether or not it was good writing. I think that's good fan fiction. I think there's something to be said about like playing around in somebody's world. You know, make believe is very much a core basis. You know, make believe is a core basis for a lot of creativity. But I find it ends up being kind of locked there forever, if that makes sense. Okay. Do we actually, you know what? Hate to do this. Demand, you're going to be fertilizer 2. We're just going to have fertilizer 1, 2, and 3, because apparently we have a ton of fertilizer here. Which I can never find when looking at it. Okay, here it is. Okay, clear that. Let's see. Fertilizer 3, getting hunger thirsty. Should go grab it. I guess I'm thinking about this very much from... did any of you play Pokemon Uranium? It was a, like, fairly competent Pokemon clone. A little edgy in a way that I ended up feeling kind of uncomfortable about, but otherwise, like, it was okay. It wasn't an amazing... It wasn't an amazingly good Pokemon clone, but, like, it was still there. It was still charming. But I think they'd made the mistake of over-publicizing it, and I think taking donations. It wasn't, like, buy to get access. It was just like, hey, you know, donate if you want to support this project kind of link. Which, in my opinion, is pretty innocuous, but very much, Nintendo did not agree. And, you know, kind of within Nintendo's right to say, yeah, no. But it's one of those where... Let's see. It's one of those where, like, the game would have been fine if they'd stripped out all of the, copyrighted stuff and just, made it a very, like, overt Pokemon clone. But legally distinct enough that they can't just get sued for it. Okay, this is going to be Mutagen 2. Oh, right, we go up to T4 Mutagen. Oy. Hence why I really like stuff like, let's see, Demand Mutagen 3. It's why I like stuff like Cassette Beasts, because they more or less made a very good Pokemon clone, that stands out and does its own thing in, like, a really, fun and satisfying way. There we go. Okay, and I can make one more for Mutagen 4. Let's see. Obviously, you have to put in some, like, real effort in making whatever your clone is look distinct enough and make sure you're not just, like, copying or tracing. Every once in a while, there's, like, a Pokemon fan game that is, like, clearly the serial numbers filed off, but they forget to actually, like, strip out all of the traceovers that they'd included. That's always tacky and not as great. Let's see. Imperial reminds me of it. It's a clone of Skyrim, but also really unique. Well, wasn't Imperial originally a, Oh, maybe I'm misremembering this. I thought Imperial might have been a mod for it originally, and then they... then they made it into kind of like a weird clone thing. I could be wrong. It's been a while. Okay, let's just do food seeds. Because I want to move those lockers up to give me some more space. It was a mod, then it was a standalone mod. Gotcha. I'll have to look into it. There we go. I'll go drop the rest off. I'm like good on Bethesda for actually allowing that kind of thing. Frankly, I think more developers should give permission for kind of fan games and whatnot. Because I think that is also like a very good through line to say like, hey, you know, here's kind of the rules on how we feel about fan games, but make as many as you want, as long as you fit whatever these like categories are. Frankly, though, I think just big publishers should allow for a lot more licensed work in general. Let's see. Yeah, think of all the Mega Man games we could get if they actually, you know, let people play in that space. It'd be lovely. Okay, so it's still a mod. You need Skyrim to play it. It's just updated on its own on Steam. Interesting. I mean, once again, good way of doing it. Okay. Oh god, I have a bunch of plant seeds I need to move. Yeah, Shell's asking, do I want more of a thing forever or new stuff? I mean, personally, I want new stuff. Like, that's the other thing, is that, you know, the reason why I want people to be able to, or to, you know, if you want to clone Pokemon, you clone Pokemon, but really file the serial numbers off. Because in doing so, almost inevitably, you'll run into, like, interesting tweaks to the formula, whatever that may be. So Cassette Beast, for example, has Monster Fusion, and like you can add stickers to your moves to customize them further, which is very fun, actually. Okay, let's just have this be seeds again. So we're going to want to move all these upstairs. Yeah, note to self, always have at least 3 floors to a base. Because inevitably I'm going to need it all. Okay, swap that over to supply everything. We've got the Lerma seeds and the bark. Okay, and then I should stop before I do anything else, because I'm going to run out of inventory space real quick. Let's do Lerma. Oh, did I? I didn't line these up perfectly. Because I should have these be closer together. Hopefully I'm not just dumping resources on the ground, because that would become messy. And probably a little laggy. Actually, I didn't squish these together nearly as much as the ones in the middle. That's okay. Okay, demand Lerma. So now what are we doing? We don't have that much space in here, but we don't need to. What I need to work on... Oh. What I want to work on is this. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. And we should have just enough resources to build one of these. Perfect. I like these big rooms. They just have... It feels like I have room for activities, and now I can kind of expand here much more comfortably. If we need it. Don't know what I'm going to be putting in there. Don't really know if I need to. Okay, how are we doing on terraforming stage? So... let's see. Put those back. Is it this one? Yeah, some of these... Oh. Okay, so it doesn't actually just talk about fish at all. It's just like... natural life. Still ends at 5 TTI. Think about it. I guess let's eat and drink. Just because. So, I guess we might as well just take those in. I don't know if we're going to even be putting things here. What I want to make, get rid of these, is we're going to need a couple of incubators. We're going to need, yeah, we want 3 incubators. We want some other gene tech stuff. Unfortunately, these are all kind of spread out in a weird way. Genetic synthesizer and that. Is that all? Those are the only things I need in here? I think so. Okay, so we need other rods. 1. Oh, just that one. 2. And other quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pulsar quartz. And I don't think I need a multitude of those. Oh, but I'm going to need more super alloy. What turns into oxygen? Bottles. Cobalt. All right. Grab more of that. 3? Perfect. And we should be able to go just drop things off. Yeah. And then everything else should be upstairs so I can just get this down. Tree bark. And then we want mutagen 4 and mutagen 3. Cool. I think I'm just going to put these in this room rather than in the storage room just in case I need to move anything else around. Oh, I need the T2 fertilizer too. Me again. Okay. Keep pressing that button. Good stuff. And then we want genetic synthesizer and genetic extractor. Oh, it was DNA manipulator. Yeah, I might as well make a couple of DNA manipulators. We need 3 of these. So I want zeolite. Bioplastic. Oh. Okay, so there's a couple. Well, at least we have some explosive powder. I don't think I'm keeping bioplastic anywhere. There we go. And not that I generally need too much of it. Creature time. Yeah, that's the goal. That was fine, actually. We'll just get one more over here. I just want to be able to comfortably grab a smidge more. So, if I look at... No, it's not that. It's... Or is it this? We want to figure out how to get creature type 5. Because, yeah, currently we have species 1, 2, and 3. And I have no idea how to get any of the other species. Because I want to make these suckers. They're so cute. but I don't know how to make them. Arbitillo. Okay. Species 8. Chance you get its species early, but low chance... Oh. So, wait, you can only get this by, like, petting things? Okay. Seems like there's a bunch of them. Because I like Sharky. Huh. The Hydricus are very cool looking. Yeah, there's a handful of creatures I have not seen before. But yeah, it looks like we mostly want to just make species 1 again. Alright. I guess let's just figure that out. So we're looking for bees. So in that case, rather than bees, we should make a bee production thing. So we need a T2 beehive. There they are. Because I should make at least a couple of these so we can have a consistent source at the very least. Okay, bioplastic. Fertilizer 2. Oh, I probably should actually make a couple of these. And then we should figure out how to produce bioplastic as well. So I think I'm going to need them. Alright. T2 beehive. There we go. And then set to supply. Did I end up... I did end up building a trade rocket. What can I sell? Can I not sell honey? Ah, oh, that's unfortunate. Could sell high quality food. Eh. We've been getting by without selling, like, too much here. And I don't really see a reason to start now, exactly. Okay. But, rather than waiting for those to go, I guess what I should do is save myself the trouble. I want some bees. Well, okay. What do I need exactly? Because I might actually have most of what I need already. Because I think we wanted the butterflies. Was it butterflies and silkworms? I forget. I think it's a fish egg that I need. So, yeah, the Abstraeus butterfly gets me color A. It's not my favorite, but I'll take whatever I can get. So we're just looking for color B, which seems like I'm going to get that primarily from fish eggs. How's it raining outside finally? Hey. You know what? Actually, I think it's been doing that on this planet a couple of times. So I don't think we have a couple of Stabu fish eggs. Oh, but they're the good ones. We don't want to mulch them up for DNA. Okay, so let's go see what fish eggs I have available here. Provos it is. And you have plenty of silkworms. I think what I'd like to do is probably set a number of these to requester provider chests. Damn, we have a lot of things stacked up here. there anything else I'm, like, in deep need of? Give me whatever genetic traits you got. Not that we're in, like, deep need of it. Yeah, I might as well get the biomass cranked up on this planet. Get a drink. Okay, I guess rather than messing around with these too much, let's figure out an animal shelter and feeder. Oh. Which means I'm going to need those auto crafters. I guess we might as well make a bunch of them. And I can kind of pepper them around largely at the end of these rooms. Let's see. Auto crafter. So we want this one to make bioplastic. Problem is I'm going to need mushroom and water. In the immediate vicinity, which we do not have nearby. Well, I can add some extra storage, I suppose. Let's see. Right, I should probably actually request both, as opposed to just wandering off. I don't think we're currently farming this stuff, but that's... Well, we're farming water, but I don't think we're farming any mushrooms. So I should get a mushroom supply going there. I guess I could actually put some... Well, no. Oh, this is why we've got the, farms. And those only two extra bees for the moment. But hey, it's enough. Now, do I have random mushroom? Random mushroom seeds, perfect. Don't need to be much for the moment. What is this one? There we go. Okay, so that'll get us mushrooms eventually. And then trade vessel's not back in yet. Let's see. Go back up here. Another one of these. This one's for fertilizer. Which means I'm going to need algae, eggplant, and sulfur. Which is going to be a bit of a trick. Because once again, we're not producing any of these here. We can't. Sulfur we can produce, I think. I'll have to double check if I have any sulfur production. Okay, let's make another auto crafter. I don't think I need fertilizer too. So we're making bioplastic, kinda. Animal food. So I'm going to need honey, beans, and common larvae. Honey, beans, common larvae, more algae. So we just need the honey, beans, common larvae. Question, do I have any iron on me? No. Let's grab one. It's two. That's okay. I'm liking this base layout for the most part. Kind of going for a more vertical repeating stack. Seems a bit more comfortable than some of the other ones I've put together so far. Demand honey. Demand bees. Okay, super alloy. That should be good enough. We might need more. We also have, like, tons of space just everywhere. So if it turns out I'm somehow at a lack of resources, I can fix it. Okay. Any bees, beans. Common larva. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so you're going to be common larva. You're going to be uncommon larva. You're going to be rare larva. The only immediate problem with this is mostly just the fact that I don't know if we can request these. We get squashes there, but... Oh. When did I kill my power? Oops. That explains why nothing's moving. Well, to be fair, I have been running on exactly 2 generators for this entire time. There we go. Oh, shuttle's probably back at this point. No, it's not. How are you not back yet? 3 minutes left. Okay. We just want this one to supply. So is it just too early to get one of these? Or are there just no larvae, period? We might have to feed my animals something else. Either that or organic life in general is just going to... or natural life. Is our primary limitation. Yeah, so I do actually have the ability to make these now. Oh, but they require the fuses, which are really expensive. Yeah, how much money do I have? Enough for like 2, pushing 3 of them. So the main problem mostly is, oh gosh, how do I drag myself over the finish line on this one? Because I could scale up the amount of trees I'm generating. I guess that's an option. Yeah, let's go look at the DNA manipulator. This sucker. Because we can now make... Oh, can we not? Because we can make Totoxo trees. But we don't actually have the top tier tree yet. Well, I put in a request for some purification. Yerp. I should probably build the T2 biodome, I suppose. Do I have any bacteria samples? Oh. Yes, we do. Good. I might want to think about that a little. Oh no, it's sulfur. Oh, I actually do have a decent amount of sulfur, so I must be providing it. Okay, that's... Nope, that's mutagen 1, fertilizer 1. Perfect. I don't know if I can do another one of these. Yeah, unfortunately, I always feel kind of weird about putting these down because they end up just, like, floating in space and looking kind of silly. But hey. Okay, so I should probably... not... Get 2 more of these and 1 more circuit. At the very least, so we can have some, bacteria storage. You know, Get a couple more. Because I should probably move the food seeds out of the production zone, at the very least. There's the interior wall. There we go. Okay. Demand bacteria samples. We should probably also set up something that makes them, even if I don't actually think I have the supplies to do so comfortably. Okay, so if I want to make bacteria samples, it's just algae and water. Which I think we have... Oh, we have that... Yeah, we have algae up here at the very least. Hopefully it pulls the water from downstairs. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't have any algae generators. Well, can I? Algae generator, T2. Set that to supply, because we did want to get food seeds here. I'm just going to keep moving that around until I find the correct spots to put these things. Yeah, I don't know what I'll put there. We'll figure it out. Okay, so... I had bioplastic downstairs, which I'm assuming I haven't produced any yet. Because it needs mushrooms. Oh, so we're just waiting for the mushrooms to grow. Shouldn't be long now, actually. 92%. Okay. Now it's back. Has to be. That's not what I asked for. Unless that was the previous order? Oh, no. It must have been. What did I ask for? Shoot. I guess we might as well just ask for a bunch of bioplastic. If I can find it on the list. Oh, there it is. Yeah, because I don't remember asking for all this plankton. Because we have that. Okay. I guess, shall we get a bunch of trees down? Yeah, I suppose so. I'm looking for mutagen T4. I guess I'll make as many as I possibly can. We can always make more mutagen. I think I have plenty stored elsewhere. Okay, and then I just need tree bark. There we go. Oh no, we want to do this upstairs. Because I want to do 1, 2, 3. What I'll probably do is build a bunch of spare tree generators. And then I might unplant them after we're ready to leave. Kind of use them to boost right now while we've got the available bonus. And then when I'm leaving planet, just bring them with me. Because that'll give me a nice jump start on the next one, probably. I can also just make more. It's not like I really need to concern myself too hard with this. Huh. I'm feeling kind of just aimless for a moment. I want to take a look at this. Because, yeah, I think I've got the rockets. We're still waiting on that one. Oh. Which, yeah, just requires T3 fertilizer. I don't know. I think what I have is fine. And then there is the Mega Dome. Oh, here's the thing. We want to build one of these. Okay, so they're a little bit more expensive than I thought they would be. Am I out of fusion cells? Okay, I'm not. Where did I put all of my cells? Fuses. One of those. And then I think we had other quartz. We'd be running a little low on rainbow quartz here. But it's okay. So, apparently with these are not requesters, they are providers. I think. I have to look up the planetary delivery depots. Somebody said you'd provide to them, but still. Okay. So, depot is a specific use case. When you launch a shuttle, it won't physically be visible on the destination planet. This means you can't really set drones to demand items from it. That's where the depot comes in. Create a separate depot for each item on the destination planet. And set the domes to... Wait. Set drones to demand items from the depot. Okay. So if you have drills on the moon Selenea, farming selenium, you can set a shuttle on Selenea to demand selenium from the drills. Oh. You can set the shuttle on Selenea to demand selenium from the drills. That'll auto-launch when it's full at 25 items. After 10 minutes or less with the trade fuses, it'll automatically deliver the selenium to the depot on Prime. And then return. I see. So what I need is a shuttle that's set to do the thing automatically. And since I'm only doing, like, requester shuttles, it's not amazingly good. Good to know. Well, I guess I'm just going to drop those off for the time being. And grab some water. Yeah, I thought we'd be able to move on to the new planet. Alas. This one's taking a little bit more effort than I thought. And yeah, unfortunately, we don't have... We might not even have algae. For me to make bioplastic with. Okay, there's the bioplastic. Just have to set that to cover. Okay. So I want 1 fertilizer 1. Water. Let's see, magnesium's over here. There it is. and then just 2 super alloy.